Every generational wealth shift in history started with one thing, a new energy source that changed how the world worked. Coal built the industrial millionaires. Oil built the 20th-century billionaires. And right now, quietly, systematically, and faster than most people realize, the solar economy is building the next ones. The question is not whether this creates millionaires. It already is. The question is whether you are positioned to be one of them.
Most people think about solar energy as an environmental story. It is not. It is a wealth story. Solar is now the cheapest source of electricity ever recorded in human history, according to the International Energy Agency. That is not an environmental statement. That is an economic fact with trillion-dollar implications. When the cheapest form of energy in history scales globally, every business, every home, every grid, every vehicle, every factory that runs on energy gets repriced. And every entrepreneur positioned at the intersection of that repricing builds extraordinary wealth. This happened with oil. It happened with the internet. It is happening with solar right now.
In the next 3 minutes, I am going to show you exactly where the solar economy is creating millionaires right now, why most people are missing it, and the 3 positions smart entrepreneurs are taking before the mainstream catches up. Position number 1, installation and infrastructure at scale. The first position is the most obvious and still massively underserved. Global solar installation capacity is growing faster than the trained workforce can service it. The International Renewable Energy Agency projects that the renewable energy sector will need 38 million workers globally by 2030, and the gap between demand and supply is widening every single quarter. Entrepreneurs who build solar installation companies, electrical contracting businesses with solar certification, or solar project management firms are not chasing a trend. They are building infrastructure businesses with a decade of guaranteed demand in front of them. This is not about installing panels on rooftops. This is about contracts with commercial real estate portfolios, municipal governments, agricultural operations, and industrial facilities, where the deal size is not a few $1,000s, but hundreds of thousands to millions per project. The installation layer of the solar economy is the equivalent of building railroads in 1870. The demand is there. The workforce is not. That gap is where entrepreneurs build wealth. Position number 2. Solar financing and energy arbitrage. The second position is where financial entrepreneurs are getting extraordinarily wealthy, and almost nobody is talking about it. Solar financing has created an entirely new class of financial product. Power purchase agreements, PPAs, allow businesses and homeowners to access solar energy with zero upfront cost, while the financing entity owns the panels and collects the energy payments. Entrepreneurs who structure, broker, or invest in PPA portfolios are not selling energy. They are building recurring revenue streams, predictable, contracted, inflation-protected cash flows on top of assets that depreciate far more slowly than any other infrastructure class. Energy arbitrage, buying grid energy at low rates, storing it in battery systems, and selling it back at peak demand pricing, is creating a new category of energy traders operating at the local and regional level, with margins that traditional commodity trading cannot match. When the cheapest energy in history meets financial engineering, that is where generational wealth is structured.
Position number 3, the software and data layer nobody sees. The third position is the one that creates the highest multiples, and it has nothing to do with panels. Every solar installation generates continuous data: energy production rates, grid interaction patterns, weather correlation models, consumption behavior analytics, predictive maintenance signals. The entrepreneurs building software platforms that manage, optimize, and monetize that data are not energy companies. They are technology companies built on top of the energy transition, and technology companies command technology multiples at exit. Energy management software, grid optimization platforms, predictive maintenance systems for solar infrastructure, virtual power plant aggregation tools. These are the businesses that will sell for hundreds of millions of dollars over the next decade, built by entrepreneurs who understood that the real value in any energy revolution is not the energy itself, it is the intelligence layer on top of it. Here is the one insight that ties all three positions together. Every energy transition in history has created two types of wealth. The first type goes to the people who produce the energy. The second and larger type goes to the people who build the systems, financing, and intelligence around the energy. Rockefeller did not get rich by drilling oil. He got rich by controlling the pipelines, the refineries, and the distribution infrastructure around it. The solar millionaires are not going to be the people who install the most panels. They are going to be the people who own the financial architecture, the software platforms, and the infrastructure systems that everything else runs through. 3 positions. 3 ways the solar economy is building millionaires right now. The entrepreneurs who positioned an internet infrastructure in 1996, not 2001, built the generational wealth. The entrepreneurs who position in solar infrastructure now, not when it is obvious, will build the next one. You do not need to be an energy expert to participate. You need to understand where value is being created and build something useful at that intersection. Drop in the comments which of these 3 positions is closest to what you already know how to do. That is your starting point. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.